Helps if you unmute. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever that bullshit may be. Let's see if I've got Irish. I've got Irish. I've got J.L. Warren. What we don't have a PhD Tony, and I am not coming.
We don't have the one that gave me shit last week for not turning up, is what we don't have. Just want to point that out.
Well, we were pretty much of the mind that you were just getting too fucking big for us, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got five.
Hey.
I'm almost to 5,000 subscribers. I don't have time for you. I've got to focus on my channel.
You cheeky mare. This fella has enough. He has enough cheek for another arse.
Oh, man.
Swear to God.
How long have you been waiting to use that?
Oh, you have no idea. Oh shit! I've been dying to use that for years.
I heard Jim Jeffries use this one time. I've got to use it myself.
Who used it?
Jim Jeffries.
Oh, did he?
I have no idea. I'm just commenting that you heard it somewhere and you wanted to use it.
Anyway, Sláinte. Just before we start, happy Mother's Day to the mothers in the UK and Ireland. I'm not sure if it's the same in America. Definitely not in Australia.
Nope.
It's not.
I want to. I'm having a pint of Guinness in remembrance of my grandmother. It's her 24th anniversary today. And there was somebody else. Oh, yeah, and the crew of Rescue 117 in Ireland who passed away in 2011 in a crash. Friends of the family and friends of ours. Just wanted to get that out of the way. So sláinte to everybody.
Well, that just took the channel starting awesome.
I wanted to get it out of the way early,
I'm
man.
just teasing you. You say all the condolences, remembrances, and cheers you want.
Dealio.
Yeah.
And drink all the pints I want.
Drink.
Oh yeah, by the way, I said
you can't drink all the pints.
No, I can only drink one
like
pint.
A quarter of a pint, right?
About a quarter of a pint at a time. I can finish about a pint before I start feeling sick, and then I'm kind of stuck on just water thereafter. But hey, I sent you a new logo, but of course, because you're computer illiterate, you're unable to open them. So I'm not sure what I can do for you.
Right? Now. Yeah, the people believe that it's me that's computer illiterate. Right.
Okay, so I gotta say this. Well, number one, I didn't get a notification at all that we went live. So I don't know if that's. I don't know what was up with that. I had to go go into my subscriptions to actually find our channel to go. So that may be neither here nor there. But a cockatoo, really?
That is not a cockatoo.
That is a cockatoo, right?
It's not a cockatoo. Okay, maybe it may be a
That's
cockatoo.
That's a fucking cockatoo.
It's an Australian gala, actually.
It's pronounced gala.
Okay, you know what?
That is a cockatoo.
It's pronounced
hybrid.
It's pronounced go fuck yourself.
It's pronounced lick my taint. That is a gala, which is type cockatoo.
Yeah.
So
look,
I thought you'd know that, considering you do love a cockatoo.
You just totally fucked it up. You do love a cock or two, you dumb shit.
Why? What did I say?
You bog Irish hick.
No. I'm not. No,
I did it right.
No, Irish. I'm not gonna let it. No, I'm not gonna let him get away with it. You said it just fine.
I said it just fine.
Saying it like cockatoo works just as well as saying cock or two.
Nope.
Especially with my accent.
It does.
Wrong.
You'd be like, I heard you like a cockatoo.
You're wrong.
Because I would never say
wrong.
a cock or a two. I would say you like a cockatoo. I would never say a cock or a two.
You're wrong.
So just want to point that out. You're wrong.
That comes off as unnecessary. Wrong. You're just like, I heard you like it. It's like, I'm surprised you didn't know that because I heard you like a cockatoo. That's what makes it funny.
Exactly, Johnny O.
Nope.
Fucking.
What was that?
So you're computer illiterate and you don't get jokes.
What was that? Oh, you're muted? Oh, you're muted? Oh. Mr. Computer Illiterate has control of the audio. That's fun.
He's such a spiteful man.
I know, right? Jesus.
Man.
You know we can't see you on this stream, right, Johnny?
Yes, I'm well aware of that, seeing as how I said, hey, I'm not going to be on camera
Computer
today.
illiterate.
Oh, you did say that?
I did, Jesus Christ.
Why you're not going to be on camera?
Because it looks like I got into a fight with Mike Tyson.
like you're fucked up, like beat up, or you just tired looking?
Tired looking, and my allergies really kicked in, so my eyes are all swollen and shit.
I bet he's fucking naked in front of the camera. He's like,
yeah, he's probably sitting there with his own mate in his hand.
I mean,
he's running Chatterbait on the side.
I thought that's what you guys were doing.
Chatterbait, yeah.
I thought we were all supposed to be naked from the waist down.
Always. Fuck was that noise?
It's probably somebody breaking into your car again. Go fuck them up.
Well, holy
I know,
shit.
Man.
Go fuck them up.
Man, the last time this happened, I caught the guy.
Did you break his fingers?
Oh man, I scared him so bad. I don't know if I should even say this on the internet. Hold on. Fucking. I ran out of the house. So basically our houses have like electric shutters that close over all the windows, right? Because people can't keep their fucking hands to themselves. And so we had the shutters down, and the shutter on our patio door we leave open about a foot just until we go to bed, so that we can leave the dogs in and out if they need to go to the toilet. And I spotted a foot go by, and I said to Jen, I was like, get into the back room right now. And I was sitting there on my jocks. I just got out of the shower, and I pulled out my Bowie knife and chased him into the back garden and cornered him in the garage. And I didn't cut him, but I made him nearly shit himself. So he'll never come back.
I didn't
again.
Cut him,
but it wouldn't surprise me.
His shirt is no longer in one piece.
That's a knife.
Yeah. There may have been part of his shirt. His hat definitely went missing, and one shoe.
You actually.
I did give him back his shoe. at very high velocity.
Yeah. No, you should get that as a trophy.
Yeah, just hanging on my roof.
What you do is you dip it in goat's blood, and then you hammer it on your freaking your fence wall as a warning to everybody else.
Yes, a warning to all the other fucking losers out there.
There's Tony. There he is. All right, hang on, let me get you in there, sir.
Jessica G would like to say, looks like Irish Demon
thank you for gracing us.
Irish Demon also had an allergic reaction, and it was to donuts. Oh, wait, never mind. He's just fat.
I don't even like donuts. Pick a different food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True story.
There's a difference.
There's not a difference.
There is a difference.
That's like me saying, It's like whenever. Hang on a second. That's like whenever you said, "I don't like dicks on my face," and then you put dicks in your face.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't have to like it. I mean, some people.
But you don't have to voluntarily put yourself in a situation where there's going to be dicks in your face.
You just don't say like, I don't like this. It doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, and Peter Collins, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was a very fun episode of Week in Horror that we put on. That was I had the most fun I had in a while. It was just a blast interacting with you guys, so I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Johnny. We appreciate it.
Such a dick. All right, they can hear you now, PhD Tony. You are looking awesome and amazing. No longer are you a cockatoo, as this cock himself has noticed.
He had an Australian Ghana.
Ghana, yeah, Australian gonorrhea up there for you, yeah. Fucking hell.
That was a galah.
Galah.
Yes, thank you.
In Australian.
Yes, I'm Irish Demon. I finally said something correct.
No, here was the thing. He had an Australian galah up there, and I was like, and I saw the picture. I didn't know it was a galah. It was like, but that's a cockatoo. I was like, why do you have a picture of a cockatoo? That makes no sense. And it was like, it's not a cockatoo. And then the Irish Demon was like, it fucking is a cockatoo.
It's not just a cockatoo. It's a very specific cockatoo.
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely sure if galahs count as cockatoos, but
yeah, John,
I'm not going to.
I actually looked them up, PhD Tony. The galah, also known as the pink and gray cockatoo. pink and gray cockatoo,
Exactly.
or rose-breasted cockatoo, is the only species within genus Elophus of the cockatoo family.
Ah, there you go.
We just call them pink and grays over here.
So my statement is no longer true, but it was true when I said it.
Yes.
Said every flat earther ever.
Bullshit.
No,
Flat Earth,
no,
earther, flat Earth, earther ever.
No,
Well said.
no. What I said was
Prick.
what I said is I don't know if galahs are cockatoos.
See?
Well, now you know.
See?
Oh,
Yes.
well, yeah, that's a fair point. He's got a good point there.
And knowing is half the battle.
Fucking G.I. Joe.
Exactly.
bullshit.
No, it fucking isn't. No.
You know,
There
well,
it is.
why would I make a joke like that with a couple fucking Aussies on here? They've never seen that show.
They have to see
I know
G.I.
it-
Joe.
I'm aware that the G.I. Joe show exists. You guys, look. Can I just say that it is clear? I was late because at 3:00 this afternoon I received a Discord message saying, there's daylight saving stars today. Okay, well that's fantastic. That's a different message from so we're starting an hour earlier. That's
Right.
a different message.
Wait a minute.
You did send a message saying we're starting an hour earlier sometime later.
You did.
I did. At 12:45 a.m. my time.
Yes, I was off playing video games at 12:45 a.m. your time.
You mean you don't have like Discord that automatically goes to your glasses? So you see the message
no, I do not.
instantaneously?
No.
When
No,
that and
no, I
you're
do
out
not.
playing video games, you could have been hanging out with us watching badass horror movies. Come on, man. You never watch the movies with us anymore.
Well, you keep on showing movies that I've seen, actually. I've seen Mandy. I've seen The Color of Space. I forget what else you were showing. But I was actually watching UFC. I would have been watching UFC with Basic Trigonometry, except that he didn't show up. Neither did Marsh on Easter. So, just there.
So PhD Tony says he knows what it's like to be all alone.
Yes, that's right. Did PhD Tony watch Kyle Minogue? I don't know who Kyle Minogue is.
Do they mean
Kylie's brother.
Kylie? Or, is it Kylie's brother?
Or did
Kylie.
Kylie transition?
Kylie meant Kylie.
Kylie. Okay. Did I watch her do what?
Anything, apparently.
Well, I have seen Kylie Minogue on television doing stuff. I've even seen a film with Kylie Minogue in it. A horror film.
She was Street Fighter?
No. I do not count Street Fighter as a horror film.
Oh, that's why? Because that movie was fucking horrible.
I don't really count it as a film. It was just terrible.
Because it had Raul Julia in it. And Raul Julia's performance there is a performance for the ages.
Yes.
I'm
going to take my boat upriver.
Yes, let's hire the Frenchest sounding guy from Brussels. I know it's not in France. I do know it's not in France. But the guy with the thickest French accent who's from Brussels to play an American. God, such. It's so stupid I can't even finish it.
I'm going to kick that son of a bitch Bice's ass so hard.
Yes.
That the next Bice's wannabe is going to feel it.
So bad. So terrible.
Basic Trigonometry just messaged me on Discord with an apology for not making it, as though I was serious. Basic. It's and the thing is that sort of we we get together on a Discord server and we watch the UFC. And basic trigonometry hangs around there, and then he watches it and gets to the end and he goes, "Okay, 6:30 a.m. for me, time for bed." And you're just going, dude. Sleep is important. Sleep is good for you. Just you are.
What is this sleep business you talk of?
Well, I don't know. It's the thing. It's the thing that everybody does when I start speaking. I was going to observe actually that as soon as I arrived, everybody seems in high spirit and to be enjoying themselves. There's lots of spontaneous laughter and lots of jokes going backwards and forwards. This shit has to stop. This is the crap that you guys get up to when I'm not around to supervise.
So I got my first hate comment on a video.
Oh, I know
I'm last to the table in this, but I finally did get one. Someone commented, and it wasn't my recent one. It wasn't like Darth Dawkins or the 10 reasons God doesn't exist or some shit. It was the one I did in Aiden Rusfeld. I think it was like my second video. Someone commented, called me a fucking communist faggot.
Yeah,
is what they commented me. Is what they called me, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I finally got a hate comment. I fucking arrived. Yeah. Because all of you have gotten them except for me.
I don't think I've gotten a hate comment.
Have you? I thought Chris, one of you've gotten a couple.
No, I don't think so. I've got some comments from people who disagree with me, but I don't think even when Daniel Pratt left a comment, he just challenged me to an IQ test. There was no.
That's funny.
Yeah, right. The whole that right there is just the fuck out of here. You believe the Earth is flat? You fucking retard. I apologize for my use of the term retard.
But Jesus,
Didn't
I
exist.
thought that yes, it's just it's an expletive. In this case, I am using it as an expletive. I thought that I had seen the darkest, deepest depths of intellectual incompetence on my journey so far through Flat Earth. But holy crap, when Demon put up some of INREM stuff,
yeah,
my word, brutal.
I've got to say that I have specifically stayed away from INREM because I truly think there's a mental deficiency going on there, and I don't mean like, because Dana Pratt's got some mental issues as well, but not like INREM. I think INREM has some sort of there's a like physical cognitive disorder.
I thought that too, but I genuinely thought that too. But then a lot of people pointed out to me that everybody thinks he's just wasted because apparently he smokes a shit ton of weed and drinks constantly. So it's probably just drugs and drink.
I have some friends that are hardcore. I'm talking hardcore stoners who, smoke like 3 packs a day worth of weed every single day. And they don't sound like him. That sounds like that. I mean,
1 pack of weed, please.
Well,
you can get that here. You can get that here in the States. You can get it.
Yeah, I know. But
I have a friend. I have a friend who can't go more than, I would say, 15, 20 minutes without hitting his bowl. And because he uses it medicinally, he's basically self-medicating is what he's doing because he doesn't want to go on MA or MORIs or. Yeah. He doesn't want to go on any of that shit, and he doesn't like pills. He doesn't like, so he just hits, and he's like, every 15, 20 minutes, he's out there hitting his bowl, staying even. So, I mean, hey, if it works for him, it works for him. But he cognitively, he's fine. Like, you can have a conversation with him, and it doesn't sound like he's like, 3 quarts of whiskey in the moment. So I'm thinking he does have cognitive issues. There may be something. I want to say he sounds fucking slow.
He sounds punch drunk. He sounds. I mean, there's something. I think there's something a little deeper going on with him, other than being a flat earther. I think that's a symptom.
I put his voice in 1.5 speed on my video when I was listening back to it just to see, and he still sounded like, and then I said, and I was like, hold on, did I put this on 1.5? And I did put it on 1.5 speed. Then I put it on 2 speed and he sounded normal, which was so trippy. And he's like, I'm just sitting here arguing with mama. And I'm like, oh, fucking here we go.
Yeah. And then his mother, I mean, maybe it's in the family. His mom sounded just as bad, but that sounded worse than drunk.
I really think there's a mental retardation going on there. And I mean, I don't mean that in the colloquial use. I mean that in the medical use.
Jessica G. Irish Demon hits the bowl every 15 minutes, but it's usually filled with
something about food. Yeah. Hey, you don't get these wobbly muscles from eating Captain Crunch. I do Captain Crunches. They call me Captain Crunch.
They don't.
Nobody calls you Captain Crunch.
I've never done a crunch in my damn life. My doctor asked me how many sit-ups can I do. I said 1. Sit up in the morning and back down at night. That's about it. I can fucking bench like a beast, though. So.
Yeah, he's done a crunch bar in his life.
Hilarious. Fucking Mr. Potato Head with a beard over there. Fuck's sake.
Once again, I go to get my hair cut, and I just tell him, hit it
what
with
hair? Which one?
I know. I tell him, just hit it with a fucking 0. That's all I need. It must be
sweet. It must be so cheap for you.
And they always go, they zzz, and they take it all the way down. And you know what? And I don't complain because then I get the hot towel treatment afterwards.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to bitch about the hot towel treatment. It's
like, you know, when
amazing.
you go in for a haircut, do they just, so like, imagine this is your head, which is not too hard to imagine. Do they just kind of go, when you go like, could I get a haircut, please? You go, yep, clip, thank you, $20.
Yep. No, I actually let it grow out a bit too long. As of
to like 4 microns instead of 2.
Which is why it's the reason why I think I'm ready to record my next video, but I hadn't done it yet because I hadn't had time to go to the barbershop because they've got reduced hours because of COVID.
Thank you.
So I was kind of like, I'm gonna go.
I'm in the same boat.
I finally had the opportunity. I'm gonna go and get. I'm gonna go get this fucking done. So I went and got my haircut yesterday. Unfortunately, I couldn't go and get a new trimmer because I've got to trim my beard up because my shit's getting out of fucking control.
By beard, he means balls.
You can get tablets for that. Oh, yeah. Sorry,
because I'm looking fucking hardcore over here. I don't.
Did they give you a free spit shine?
No, but she buffed my knob.
Oh, that was they're called. It's called a quip. It's called a quip, not a slope.
Jesus, Murphy.
Tony's face. I'm hanging around here with a bunch of fucking children. I get enough of this when I'm in school. I don't need this.
I'm
you know the news. I bought a beard straightener.
Fuck off.
I swear. I bought a beard straightener.
What fucking beard?
It's a hairbrush that when you my beard is much longer than it looks, but it's curly. It's really curly. So this beard straightener brings it down. Oh, I've got bad news on the beard front, actually.
Excuse me. I just need to step away from the microphone briefly.
Excused.
Tony says, I gotta go fucking take a shit.
I might have to shave my fucking beard off again.
Why?
Because I have to go for surgery to get this fucker out of my thumb. And the lady, when she was doing the phone consult with me, she was like, "Do you have any facial hair?" I was like, "Yes, significant." And
yes,
she was
I'm damn proud of it.
She was like, "You might need to shave that off." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You might need to shave it off because they need to get a good seal with the air mask." And I was like, "Just let me die. Just let me die."
Oh,
it's taking too long.
All you got to do is you can leave like the chin part, and then you can leave the burns part, right? So you just like shave where the mask is going to go.
So what? Do I just get a practice mask and just go wee all around?
Exactly.
Fuck that.
Exactly.
No, I'm just going to go in not shaved. I'm just going to go in not shaved and hope that they don't cut my beard off. Because Jen was like, they might just cut your beard off.
Yeah,
and I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah,
but if they do it, they're just gonna go blah 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 blah, and they're gonna butcher the fuck
that's the
out of
problem. They're just gonna butcher the fucking thing. But I'll just wait and see. I'm gonna hope. I could say it's a religious thing. I could just like put on a ring and say that I'm a Sikh.
Just or just
claim Sikhism.
Yeah.
Or like some kind of pagan religion that I just make up.
Yeah.
Like have to have a beard, otherwise I won't get to Valhalla.
Excuse me, I'm Order of the Goat. Okay.
Order of the Goat over here. How am I supposed to get to Valhalla if you cut my beard off?
Daryl M would like to remind you that you can't say Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, I was
anymore.
gonna say that. I was just about to say that. It's not Mr. Potato Head. It's gender neutral Potato Head.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, I know.
So are we all going to watch the new? Are we all going to watch the new Spider Person movie? And like, get the fuck out of here! He's Mr. fucking Potato Head. There's a Mrs. Potato Head.
Exactly.
There's Baby Potato Head.
There's a baby potato. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's very dumb. It's really.
It's out of control. Like some of this shit. It's like, come on, man. Like, let's just.
Well, hang on a sec. People are screaming that it's out of control. People are screaming that they don't fucking like it and everything. But Mr. Potato Head, I believe, Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, was made by Fisher Price, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so
I think you're right. Yeah. No, it's Hasbro. It's Hasbro.
Is it now?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
I believe it's Hasbro.
So they're made by Hasbro. Hasbro has the right to change its marketing style.
Absolutely. No, you're right. You're right.
People up in arms like but it's very similar to. I mean, if you want to talk about something topical, what people are interpreting here in the States is the cancellation of Dr. Seuss. When in actuality, it's the publishing company behind his books that decided to stop publication of 6 particular books because of images that are in those books.
Yeah.
Not specifically because of Dr. Seuss himself, but because of the books, because of what is in the books.
Yeah, it was a publisher who decided to make that move. There was no real huge backlash or I can't believe this racism in this books. The publishers pulled the books aside and said, you know what, these probably a little bit racist, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Those are very racist.
Well, that was the twisted thing. Is that Fox News is that
and the same thing with Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. By the way, they're not really taking off Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head. That's just the people are blowing that shit out of proportion too. Okay, that's just gonna put that out there.
Well, I always thought a good option there would just be to have Potato Head, and then in the box you get a whole load of different parts anyway, and just make whatever you like.
Right.
So that's just a simple way of doing it. Don't make a big fuss about it. Just change it and simple.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, it's okay. I can speak now.
I will allow that.
Fox are doing this obviously to distract people away from other news that they don't think is particularly profitable to them to dwell on. And it fits into the greater scheme of news services that are basically generating outrage. And we can trace this back to, say, the Covington kids, who managed to find their faces plastered over, international news, and the media services that did that did not take the trouble to actually get the full context of the story before doing it, before exposing these kids. And obviously the story generated a huge amount of interest, a huge amount of controversy, a huge amount of outrage and anger. And that's what they're interested in. That's their business model. They just want people outraged. They want the clicks. They want the engagement. They want, people arguing like I argued in JL's goddamn comment section for ages and ages.
There's like freaking 100 comments in that thread, man. And it was you, and I had to chime in eventually. And I get the notification to the studio, and I'm like, "Oh, PhD Tony, I'm gonna like every single one of PhD Tony's." That became a daily thing. Check the YouTube. It was like, "Oh, PhD Tony's put up another 9 comments in this shit," and this and he was getting crazier by the moment.
Not PSC
every
Tony.
single comment. Just,
not PSC Tony. He wasn't the one getting crazy. The other guy.
The other guy, Barrett, was just going. Mike Barrett or whatever was going. Mike Bellamy was going and was just getting crazier by the fucking moment. Yeah. Just the weirdest woo shit you could come in, and he was pulling it. At one point, he was pulling it out of his ass. Just like, yo, here. I'm just grasping at straws. It was the worst shit I've ever seen.
But I'm there thinking, YouTube is going to think that JL's channel is just the hottest thing since sliced bread because it's generating all of this traction. But yeah, people just get sort of media. We're ending up in this situation where media are generating revenue in response to click-throughs, in response to this sort of social media argumentation, and that isn't healthy because actually the media's job is to provide information.
Right.
It's actually to say, here's what happened and here's the context that it happens in. Full stop. If a journalist has an opinion on it, it was only this week, Piers Morgan has been going off about fucking Meghan Markle, and why the hell anything Meghan Markle or Prince Harry do is in any sense newsworthy is completely fucking beyond me. I don't care. I don't care about the Queen, if we're being honest. I don't give a rat's ass.
We're fucking America, you would have thought we'd left that fascination behind.
But Piers Morgan has been, engaged in full-on character assassination of Meghan Markle for years, and it's only this week that I find out that actually she dumped him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I found that out too. That was awesome.
Wait a minute. How the fuck did Piers Morgan ever score a piece like Meghan Markle?
It says something about Meghan Markle. Well, she was involved with Piers Morgan, but she ended up with Prince Harry. Really? Because the thing I noticed that they have in common, apart from, vaguely English accents, is that they're both quite wealthy and influential individuals. So perhaps that says something about, what she finds alluring. I don't know. I
don't know if you're quite right there, though, because she has not answered any of my emails. So just want to point that out.
Clive Wells says, whisk Tony off to the Tower of London.
With his head.
That's right. Stupid loudmouth colonial.
I saw a lot of stuff come out from like QAnon and flat earthers and all that kind of stuff. A meme of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on Oprah's show. And it says, they're showing you this story because they want to take your attention away from this story. And it's a picture of Prince Andrew. And I'm like, the reality about the story with Prince Andrew is it was obviously hot shit when it came out first, but it's kind of died down. Nothing new has come from it. So it's not, just because if your attention span is such that you can only keep your eyes on one story at a time, then you're the problem, not the media in that scenario. Yeah. But what new stuff has really come out about Prince Andrew? Nothing.
Well,
I mean,
nothing.
Not much anyway.
So Ghislaine Maxwell is due to appear in court at some stage, and you'd think that she might have some interesting things to say if she chooses to go public. So it's a matter of sort of how much pressure can they put her under to. I
imagine they're keeping her under lock and key.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, she was moved. Apparently, she was moved to a less secure facility or something like that, and everybody was freaking out. They were like, "Oh, she's gonna accidentally shoot herself twice in the back now," and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, stranger things have happened, and but no, I think she's the kind of person that, given the opportunity to dig herself out of a bit of shit, she will turn on other people. I could easily see her turn on Prince Andrew, and who else is under the spotlight in that whole thing?
Well, that's the thing, is that a lot of these networks they operate as a cell. I mean, there was a huge sort of Operation U-Tree in the UK. Drew in a huge bunch of people. But apparently there was a big pedophile ring in Brussels that actually had, slave keeping allegations and involved government ministers of various sorts. So these things can actually exist, and it's just that it becomes lazy. You see it all the time. The people who, whenever they don't like somebody, just describe them as pedophiles, and if they don't agree, and if you don't agree with them that the person they don't like is a pedophile, then you're a pedophile too. Yeah. And it all goes, so everybody, they sort of derange themselves down this rabbit hole of, everybody in the world is either a pedophile or a pedophile sympathizer, and they're all equally contemptible except for me and my 5 mates over here who subscribe to QAnon.
You and your 5 mates subscribe to QAnon. What the fuck?
You were paying attention first. You were paying attention to any of that conversation, were you?
I was totally paying attention to it. But seriously though, who's implicated in the whole Jeffrey Epstein Island fiasco?
So, well, I mean, there's there's that lawyer, the one who worked with Trump.
Giuliani?
No,
the other guy.
The other guy.
that guy that went crazy on Twitter.
The one who was he involved in the OJ defense? Sort of he's a big name.
Wait, you're not talking Dershowitz, are you?
Yeah, Dershowitz. Yeah,
Holy shit! Well, they need to be careful, otherwise Giselle's going to wind up falling down an elevator shaft onto some bullets.
Yeah.
So
I'll be right back.
I always thought that there was some unanswered questions about that. You're quoting Mystery Men, obviously.
Apparently, Lawrence Krauss.
Lawrence Krauss. Now, I'm skeptical of that. Really, Lawrence Krauss is a physicist.
Yeah,
it's hard to believe that he was hanging out, but I mean,
you never know. Who else is on this list? Let me have a look.
You do never know. I mean,
Bill Barr is on here. Bill Clinton.
It's difficult for me to believe that Bill Clinton is a pedophile. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's just difficult to.
Well, his sexual escapades that have presented themselves have been anything but pedophilia.
Exactly. He doesn't seem to
opportunism more so.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to need them particularly young to excite his interest. So
I just need them ready and willing to go at a moment's notice.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
You and
is that you?
I like that you called him Bill. You didn't go Mr. President.
No, fuck that. We're on first name terms, me and Bill.
Yeah.
That was a long flight.
Oh, jeez. Never understood the conspiracy around Epstein. He did in fact kill himself. It was elaborate. He only needed the aid of the person that snapped his neck. Exactly.
I know, right? I mean,
okay. So this is why I don't like Jeffrey Epstein. Outside of the fact that he ran a pedophilia ring, this fucker
that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad in itself. But he also gave flat earthers and QAnon conspirators actual evidence.
Well, I mean, but sort of he was chummy with Trump, and none of them ever came to the conclusion that Trump was a pedophile, or at least none of them that sort of voiced it when I saw it. I have to say, I just don't know about Jeffrey Epstein's death.
That's exactly what a secret agent would say. Just wanted to point that out.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I have an alibi for whenever it was.
I'm sure you do.
I was out of the country at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in an undisclosed location with my 5 QAnon friends.
Exactly.
Convenient. Where was Daniel Pratt at that time, huh? Probably on the 4 Beardsmen pretending to be you.
Whoa.
Successfully.
Hence my alibi.
Exactly.
So
It's
I am
all falling into place now.
Speaking of that malignant piece of shit, I am curious.
Don't call him that when he's on the stream.
How dare you,
geez,
sir? How dare you?
goodness. That was terrible, JL. Wait till he goes to the bathroom again.
I do have a new nickname though, which was Luggage.
What? We're going to need some context here.
So Soma was kind enough to bring me on a gaming stream. We played this game called Neo, which is this sort of Japanese fantasy thing from the mid 16th century where you run around. I was terrible at it. So I spent like 15, 20 minutes stuck in a tutorial thing, unable to get the timing right. I was killing myself wandering off paths. I felt, just it was terrible. And the chat that we're watching were just called me Luggage. Decided that was perhaps the best term.
That you were being carried.
That I was being carried, yes.
Gotcha.
Now it makes sense. Yeah. I thought it was like that you were in the rear with the gear, but...
Whoa!
No. What?
That shit's funny.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Hey, did you see my new logo that I made? It's on the Discord.
I did.
If Johnny O can figure out how to use a fucking computer.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm just not gonna put it up because fuck you.
4 BM, 4 bowel movements.
God, Jesus, Johnny. I mean, fucking same shit. It would be 4 bald men, but alas, we only have 2.
Yeah.
And I'm never going bald.
That's because you don't have the balls to shave your fucking head.
I used to have a bald head. I used to shave my head all the time, and it was not pretty. My head was the inverse of yours. Yours kind of cones in, and mine cones out.
Hang on. The suggestion that you with a bald head and that's not pretty suggests by implication that you without a bald head is pretty.
And that's a fucking absolute fact.
Citation fucking needed.
Just have a look. There's your citation right there, baby.
Where? I haven't seen any credible sources. I have not seen any credible sources, Mr. Demon.
I dare you.
I've done it before, and I'm never doing it again. I used to do it all the time when I worked as a bouncer because people love to grab your hair when you're a bouncer. And so, yeah, by necessity, I used to have to shave my head. Hold on, let's see if I can find a picture of it here.
Monkey in the works and the trips Trump took on the Lolita Express. Damn.
Well, so again, I mean, I don't actually, I didn't bring up Trump because I believe that he is actually a pedophile. Wouldn't necessarily be shocked if it turned out to be true, but I don't believe it ipso facto. I mean, he has lots of affairs with adult women, so I don't think. I don't think
you look like a fucking Mexican gangster.
I am a Mexican gangster. I just hit it really
well. I'm putting this shit up. This is coming out. Hang on a second, everybody. We got Mexican.
I'm finding other old pictures of me you wouldn't believe.
We got
man.
Mexican gangster demon here. We got Cholo on Easter.
Cholo. So I am curious. Just speaking of that asshole and the shit that he said in this video. Now, I haven't responded to it, but I saw Alien X put out a video response. I think my first response that I did to him was, "It will suffice." I don't think I needed to say anything. But that I was listening to that. I was like, this is some terroristic threat shit. Now, I don't know what you can do from Australia, but I reported his ass to the feds for making terroristic threats online.
Good.
Well, I certainly think that you should alert the local authorities because he seems to be becoming increasingly deranged and prone to violent imagery. And he is convinced that there is going to be some sort of uprising, some sort of violent overthrow, in which globe earthers are going to be the first up against the wall when the revolution comes. It's just a very dangerous situation, and heaven alone knows what might set him off. But I kind of think that people need to be, that the local authorities need to be aware that he seems to be getting less stable.
I agree.
Now, he doesn't have the ball. I mean, he certainly doesn't have the stone saying anything about any of us here in Texas, because I don't know. Texas has its own kind of reputation, and maybe he's afraid that
lame.
maybe he's afraid that one of us will journey up there to Washington and pay him.
He won't say 2 words to me. Because I think he knows that I know where he lives.
And if Johnny went up there, I'm so riding shotgun.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing.
I'm so in the car
with the shotgun, or what are you trying to say there?
I'm not making a statement. I'm not making a statement either or on that one.
Yep. But the funny thing is, I have no need to waste my time. I have better things to do with a Sunday afternoon. Now, now on Monday morning, that's a different story. But
so again, my instinct is to feel very, very sorry for Daniel Pratt, in the sense that he's clearly a deeply disturbed individual, but he's also an utterly despicable, loathsome individual as well. So yeah, it's just a sad situation that sort of I don't think he has the capacity to organize any action at a distance, like to sort of even booking airline tickets and traveling to somebody who doesn't live within driving distance of him. I don't think is within his technical expertise.
He can't even organize.
Well, see, that's the fucked up thing. I think the mentality. I think our mentality may be a little bit different because, 2020, even with the lockdowns, there was a minimum of a mass shooting a day in 2020, and for whatever reason, whatever psychos get in their fucking heads and do the shit that they do, but this stuff, if you look at the people who perpetrated these acts, you go and you look into their online history, and it's very, very similar to Daniel Pratt's stuff. And given how easy it is to acquire firearms here, and most likely he has firearms in his house, I could roll the dice on that and probably be right that he does own firearms, just because hey, this is America, and all it takes is the one person to give a response to him, or the one person to trigger him to the point that he's going to pick that up and take action against something that he fucking hates, or something that he, whatever, or maybe he just has one bad day where he just, does, and then we have another like Adam Landa situation on our hands, or another Charleston shooting, or another Surge nightclub shooting.
Well, yes, but what they all have in common was they were reacting to something in their immediate environment. Right, there was I think Pratt's pathology is not of the sort that plans a remote action at a great distance from where he lives. He's going to go off and he's going to injure the people who happen to be near him when that happens, and hopefully that doesn't happen. I really think that if anybody cared for these people, if anyone cared for Daniel Pratt, they'd be getting him very urgent mental health care, because he really needs it.
This is true. He also needs some goddamn door trim.
Well, yes. if anything, I will continue to report them, especially if it becomes so egregious that that you're making like I think in his one in the end, I think whatever the email that he got, that there was like 6 death threats in the one email that Irish got. He was like, definitely report that to the feds or whatever, just because if at minimum you get them on a list. And just of individuals that we need to be aware of, and that's the important thing, is that as long as, because if these people had been on lists that they were being watched or being monitored, that would have been a big thing. There's a lot of heartbreak that could have been avoided here in America had particular individuals been, had people say, yeah, he's just fucking around, he's just blowing off steam. It's like, no, he wasn't. That was an expression of some really deep-seated rage that, we just kind of passed off because we didn't want to fucking deal with it.
Yeah. So, there's a, I think you're right that, that does need to happen. But there is also an element of when you see somebody who has mental health issues of that sort, you need to start taking responsibility for the warning signs yourself. In some senses, like that guy's really, really dangerous. Maybe just leave him the fuck alone. I don't do videos about individual flat earthers because all of them are fucking idiots and all of them say idiotic things, and none of them are really worth getting into a back and forth with. But I kind of think that we sort of, certainly for a couple of these people, just let them starve for lack of oxygen. Like, if they, I kind of think, certainly Oakley is my favorite example. Oakley, his channel is based on, he gets on and just fucking yells at people. And that's what his followers turn up for. But if no Globers turn up, there's no show, right? He relies on Globers being willing to go onto the show with him. So, without that, his channel just dries up. He's got nothing to show off to people. And I kind of think that, I don't know what do you think Daniel Pratt would do if we sort of people stopped making videos about him?
He just keep making videos.
Well, yeah, but would anybody watch him? Would anybody pay attention? Would he, would he calm down?
Doubtful.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I doubt it.
Straight screaming into the void.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sort of there's you can get into a feedback loop where they're people wind themselves up. I'm not sure what your personal experiences are with mental health, but I can tell you that when you're in severe depression, it's a very circular pattern. You just wind yourself up. You just end up trapped in a circular flow of thought that just gets you more and more unhappy. It just sort of exacerbates the problem, and every time you go around the circuit, you get worse and worse. And you need a circuit breaker in there to sort of get back to safety. So I'm just and in my experience, a lot of people who do have mental health problems, find themselves in similar situations. It may be differently motivated, but they find themselves in these circular patterns of logic that they can't get out of, and they can't see that they just need to step back from the circle and just look at it in the broader context, because it's not good for them. I just wonder a little bit about these people. Well, WebBard says that Oakley will yell at anyone, not just Globers. Yes, Oakley will yell at anyone. That's true. But his viewers aren't there to see him yell at just anyone.
Yeah.
They're there to see him yell at Globers. And if he doesn't yell at Globers, he's going to lose his audience. They're not there to see him yell at... yes, he went. He laid into Witsit gets it, and he laid into Nathan Thompson. But that isn't going to build his audience, nor is it going to entertain his audience. His audience want him there to yell at Globers, and if there are no Globers around, and he ends up having to yell at flat earthers or people out the front of his house or whatever, his audience is going to evaporate.
Yeah. I never watch his channel. I don't think I ever have sat through more than 5 minutes of it. But is it the case that the Globers that go on his channel are, people like us, like content creators, or is it just randoms? Does anybody know?
So some of them are content creators, and certainly some content creators go into the chat. Again, I haven't actually watched it live, but I just know that some content creators do go on there. And Conspiracy Cats has been on there. Rumpus is a regular on there. Mr. Sensible turns up in the chat every now and again, and you're just thinking, look, you guys need to just let this fucker die, because without somebody to kick, they're just going to get bored with one another.
Because nobody's going to come there to see him rambling at like random people on the internet who just go, let's go fuck with the flat earthers. I think it's mostly just they want to see like FTFE and all those kind of people going toe to toe with them. They don't want to see random Jimmy Murphy from the internet.
Yeah. So the Rumpus goes on there. He has his own motivation, and he has his own style of debating too. But he's also quite well qualified to sort of do impromptu debunks. But I just think that actually his channel would die more quickly if we just left it alone. Another way of looking at it is if you got 5 flat earthers in a room and you said, here's a Glober, they would all pick on the Glober. Take the Glober out of the room and they are going to fucking be at one another's throats in 5 minutes. Is there a dome? It's
wild how they they feed on each other like that.
Yeah. What is the nature of gravity? Blah blah blah. They've got so much crap, that they can't agree on because they don't have any scientific reality. They don't have any observations. So if you just leave them alone, if you they are united in their hatred of Globers, but they hate one another almost as much. And if you just take the Globers out of the equation, people are going to work out, well, this guy's a fucking idiot, and and he's quite obnoxious as well. So
I don't know how anybody watches the guy and actually likes his stuff. Like, just to expand on what you're saying, we see, obviously we see him shouting at Globers or whatever. I don't even like to use the term Globers, just regular people. And then we saw him go on the attack against Nathan Thompson and Witsit. And then we saw Witsit and Nathan Thompson go off and do their tour, and even they turned on each other because they had disagreements. We saw Nathan Thompson and Flat Earth Millionaire go head to head, airing out their dirty laundry, arguing about the dome and all this kind of shit. You're absolutely right, and it's the lack of a model. You and I, and pretty much any other person that believes in the reality of a globe, can all agree that there's an atmosphere. We might disagree on something like, I don't know, where does space begin? Is it in microgravity? You know what I mean? Like you could disagree on so many different things, but it would never be something that couldn't be proven. Like they're like Nathan Thompson the other day saying that the dome is made out of gold. Like
that's why they say we're in the Goldilocks.
The other thing, right? The other thing that came up recently, he was talking about the necessity for a dome, but he was also talking about the necessity for the ice wall. But wouldn't the dome just suffice? Why would we need an ice wall as well?
It's a cogent question. I don't particularly it's no more of a problem for the dome to hold in the water than the ice wall to hold in the water.
Exactly.
Except that in that case, you'd be able to sail up to the dome without crossing
gold off it.
Yeah, that's right.
And what's the necessity for a dome in the first place if there's nothing outside it?
Well,
the container of the gas pressure.
Yeah. So
why does God need a container?
Because he's got to be able to drink the blood of. He's got to be able to drink the blood of his sacrifices somehow.
So
that makes sense.
What does God need with a container?
Yes. Star Trek.
Does God drink? Does God poop?
You doubt me?
Their argument, they have actually thought it through a little bit further than that. They need other planets that seem to be spheres to actually not be spheres. So they can't admit the existence of other planets. So they have to be lights of some sort on the inside of the dome. So this is why they go on about luminaries, and they don't. They don't care about, yeah, sure, it looks like a sphere, but it actually isn't. It actually isn't a sphere. It's just a light on the inside of the dome. And that's the argument that they go with. Because if you admit that Mercury is a sphere, Venus is a sphere, Mars is a sphere, well, then, and they're circling around the sun, why the hell do you come to the conclusion that Earth is any different? It's just go to sleep. Why don't you?
Sorry,
Johnny,
I couldn't help myself.
Okay.
Just busting your balls.
You might want to get that checked out.
Yeah.
Jay,
don't let me derail you that easily.
No, feel free. You obviously have something vastly more entertaining.
That was not me. That was not my intention. I was just giving you shit, just busting your balls, busting your globes.
I actually saw that, Irish. Yes, the only light.
You want to read that?
The only dome.
Oh, we got salt and pepper. We got salt and pepper on the show. Huh?
I obviously missed a reference there.
Nothing. Jesus Christ. Go ahead, read out. Somebody read out it. Read it.
I was saying, J.S. Rylander said the only dome I can see is a reflection of light on jails right now. Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I
thought it was a sundog. I do like good dome.
There's been other than the wackiness with Nathan and Austin, he's trying to fuck each other over, or quite possibly, working together to try and increase their takeaway.
No, they are not smart enough to pull that kind of con off.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know, man.
No, you're giving them way too much credit. Here's the thing: anybody who knew this was going to happen, I guarantee you, Austin was told by several people, "Hey, you need to be on the lookout because Nathan Thompson is going to fuck you on money."
Yeah,
I guarantee you. They told him that, and he was like, "Nah, we're cool. Nathan Tom's my buddy. He would never fuck me over on money."
There's a video that I saw today of just before the breakup. There was a video of Witsit giving a live stream, and Nathan was pissed drunk in the background, and he kept jumping in and like talking over Witsit, saying, reading out his bullshit about like you gotta have eyes to see and ears to hear, etc. The usual nonsense. Yeah. And Witsit's face was like, I am sick of this fucking guy, man. And then after the breakup, Witsit put up another video, and he was like, at least now I can do a live stream without being interrupted. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. So, yeah, that's coming up, needless to say. But, so there's definitely lovers tiff. Can you imagine those two egos, though, in an RV?
Yeah, that's why we knew it was a recipe. Yeah,
I called that. As soon as they announced that somebody gave them a van, I was like, that is not going to end well because their egos are too big. And I was right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you look at the egotism that is involved. These people seriously think of themselves as some of the greatest intellects that have ever graced the planet.
It's unreal.
How did you say that with a straight face?
Well, I said they think of themselves, and I had to squint a little to get the word "think." They think, but they seriously consider themselves to just be have discovered they have in their world they have discovered completely new science. And, just the level of delusion that they're operating under is astonishing. It's just amazing. So obviously they're not going to work well together. Yeah. They're only really going to respond to somebody like Oakley, who's just going to kick anybody who talks over him in the nuts.
Yep. Or put his balls in their mouth. Do you want my balls in your mouth?
Yeah.
Look at me putting my balls in your mouth. Yeah.
It was weird. Did you guys see the Blue Marble Sciences video about Arwen and gravity the other day?
I missed that one.
So Arwen was doing a live stream, and Blue Marble, explaining how gravity doesn't exist. And he was doing the whole gravity isn't a force thing. And Blue Marble Science was going, well, I'm just doing the Cavendish experiment. We can measure the force. We can measure the attractive force operating between the two, between the two masses inside the experiment. And, and Arwen was just, we're taking, flat earthers are taking gravity off you, and we're relabeling it relative density. It's just not, it won't work. It, does not work. Objects move in the direction of the negative gradient of gravitational potential. That is at non-relativistic speeds. That's what defines the geodesic of any object through space-time. You can't get around that, and you can't then say, well, that's because of relative density. No, that's because of mass distribution. It's got nothing to do with relative density. It's just mass distribution. You can, even if you accept the gravity isn't a force argument of, relativists, and I consider that actually to be an abstract philosophical point, but even if you accept that argument, you don't get around the fact that what governs the direction in which objects move is the gradient of the gravitational potential field, ignoring effects due to relativistic motion.
What the fuck is going on in the background?
It's pretty much exactly what I was thinking as well, Tony.
Is what?
All I heard was Tony laying down some knowledge and then somebody whacking off.
Fapping.
It
wasn't me.
Okay. I had a pen here and I was just whacking it on my.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Oh, is that
That's what he
you
calls
call
it, is it?
That's what he calls. That's what he calls his third leg.
Hey, if I got a pen for you, is it a pen 15?
The pen is mightier than the sword. That's all I can say.
Mine is.
Yep.
Yes, but yes.
Is it a ballpoint?
Careful, we did. JL and I did this to PhD Tony on the Plot Hole podcast, and he got upset with us. Stop telling all of my secrets.
Oh, lads, I've got a surprise organized for you when you come to Ireland.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh shit!
I'm taking you to.
I've got a surprise for you.
I've got a surprise for you. You're never going home. But you're gonna be cut and bogged for the rest of your lives. But I'm gonna be taking you to a place in Ireland where they don't speak any English at all.
Is it Gaelic?
So I've got a friend who lives down there. She teaches in a school down there. And so it's only Gaeilge down there, no English whatsoever. I mean, they all speak English, but they don't actually speak it on the street or anything like that. And in the shops and everything, it's all in Gaeilge. So it'll be, I think it'll be an interesting one for you guys.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So she's going to bring us down. She's going to get us down, and she's going to teach you guys some of the language.
That'd be great.
It'd be good fun. It'd be really good fun. And you get to see, like, in that area, it's all like the old stone walls through the fields, and it's stunning out there. Oh my goodness. You guys are gonna love it. The west coast of Ireland is just the Wild Atlantic Way, it's called. It's just magnificent. It is absolutely magnificent.
I'm looking forward to
I've got so many plans of places to take you. And you guys want to go to Sean's Bar, don't you?
Yeah, I want to go to the oldest pub in the world.
I've got another one that you guys can go to in my home city called the Sextant. And it's believed that Blackbeard drank there and Sir Walter Raleigh stayed there. So that'd be a pretty cool one.
Nice.
Yeah. But I think Sean's Bar is about 1,200 years old, 11 or 1,200 years old.
So we need to find that bridge in Dublin too.
That really boring bridge. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, some guy came up with something while he was walking over this bridge. Yay.
Quaternions, I'll have you know. Thank you very much.
I didn't want to sound like over the top smart by just bringing that up, but that's what I was going to say.
Right. We believe that, Irish.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Did you hear that actually, if we're going to go with nerd stuff, did you hear that somebody has come up with a theory by which objects may be able to travel faster than the speed of light in Einsteinian relativity?
Are you talking about that news article that posted about a real warp drive?
So there are a couple of ideas about warp drives, our Cuvier bubbles and that sort of thing, but they rely on negative energy densities. They rely on us having large amounts of antimatter, which is potentially very difficult. But there's another one that's been come up with that involves creating really big solitons.
Now, for all the flat earthers in the back, what is a soliton?
So a soliton is a peculiar thing that is sort of like a wave, but it isn't really a wave. So a soliton is to come up with an example, if you've got a very narrow body of water and you sort of push it and then push it with your hand and abruptly stop it, and it's shallow, then what you'll get is basically this big bulge of water that will run down the channel. And it turns out that solitons have the property that they're very robust. So if they collide with another soliton, they just pass through the other soliton. But also, the bigger they are, the faster they go. So the more energetic you can make them, the faster they tend to go. And they're
Irish. I'm sorry. Irish was just like,
what? Was I?
Yeah, you did.
So these things actually turn up in the real world in northern Australia. There's a phenomenon called the morning glory, which is a type of...
I know about that. I know all about that. Fuck yeah. We're talking. Let's get blue.
So the
I don't have red lights back there for nothing.
He's a whore.
So it was sort of first discovered because there are these gigantic cloud formations that you can see in northern. If you look up morning glory cloud,
I feel like this is a trap, like the whole blue.
So do I.
Morning glory cloud.
Yeah. So
hold on, let me look that up.
I'll wait.
So
that's sick.
Morning glory. What the fuck,
dude?
Actually,
am I going to end up on a list over this?
That's
so
that is weird.
How did he fit that in there?
I don't know where you've ended up, but I've put an image in the.
That's a big cylinder.
Wait, Tony, does that only occur in Australia?
It requires particular conditions, particular atmospheric conditions. So these are air currents that are actually coming off the mountains of New Guinea, and so you need sort of the conditions turn out to be just right in northern Australia for these things to form. And what's happening, if you remember what I was talking about with the sort of wave front that just goes up, and a normal wave goes up and then it has a depression, goes up and then it has a depression, right? So you go up and down, but this thing just goes up. There's no depression, and so those cylinders of cloud are basically air that's trapped inside the soliton and is rolling along with the soliton. So this air just gets rolled into this long cylinder, and it forms these immense cylindrical clouds, and they're actually very, very fast. So a hang glider decided to not a hang glider, maybe a micro, one of the small aircraft, decided to hitch a ride on one of these things and ended up like hundreds of kilometers away after an hour. Like, they move really, really quickly. So
that would have been so cool.
So solitons are a sort of a real world. They're a real world physical phenomenon that you don't get to hear about very often. The most famous type of soliton, for the benefit of Clive Wells, who probably knows all about this anyway, the first solitons ever studied were solutions to the Korteweg-de Vries equation. Anyway. Somebody has developed a soliton solution to Einstein's equations that can be used to travel faster than the speed of light, apparently. So there you go. You just need, at the moment, you need about 6 Jupiters worth of energy to make it happen. But at least it's not exotic matter, as Clive Wells corrected me. Anyway, there you go.
So basically a wave going faster than light that does not break.
Yeah. So basically the basically the yes, warp speed. So it's a type of warp drive, and obviously the larger you can make the soliton, the faster you can go.
How does this? I mean, matter does weird things at the speed of light, though, right?
So yes, but so the what you're doing here is you're not actually traveling. So the object doesn't really have velocity. What you're doing is you're bending space time, and there's actually no speed limit for that. So you're basically warping space time. You would be familiar with the whole event horizon thing of you bend the sheet of paper and you push the hole through the piece of paper. So that's sort of what they're trying to do.
So trying to take us to hell. I see.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what's happening.
Fuckers.
But there you are. There's anyway. That is the non-pornographic version of Morning Glory. It was kid safe and everything.
Exactly.
See, it's educational. We can be educational.
That's right.
I feel like I'm gonna have to mainline Red Bull after that.
Irish, you're supposed to be looking at your shirt, says WebBard. Okay, There we go. WebBard says, look at your shirt. I don't either. I don't know.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I think I missed it.
Yeah.
What did I miss, Webb? What did I miss? I missed something.
Is that an Oasis joke? Looking to the Oasis?
I said maybe. No?
Might be the one that saves me. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But after all,
don't.
I fucking hate that band.
I won't say that I won't jail, but it definitely maybe.
Yeah, it's a definite maybe.
And if I do, I just ask you to not look back in anger, please.
So, Soma suggests that Irish might want to do some research into cellutons.
You know what I'd love to do some research into? Supernovas, especially of the champagne variety.
I've never
champagne supernovas.
God,
they know about them all around the world.
In the sky,
they're supersonic. And when people see them, they're like, "She's electric."
Oh, it burns! It burns us.
It burns. That's from all the cigarettes and alcohol. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Johnny, make it stop. Make it stop.
Hey, don't go away. You gotta let it out.
Jesus Christ! Look at Tony's face. You've broken PhD Tony.
Hey, Tony, listen up.
Fuck off.
I've got no idea what the hell you're talking about.
He's
it's because you mentioned Morning Glory.
You may as well.
What's the story, morning? Oh wait, if I'm gonna sing it, I have to do it properly. What's the story, Morning Glory? No,
that was proper. Was it?
Pretty solid.
Okay.
Oh shit. We'll get there, Tony. Little by little.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Mrs. Steven is looking at me. Hey, go let it out. Stop crying your heart out.
Jesus Christ. I feel partially responsible because I started this bullshit.
So,
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh.
So J-Dash Rylander suggests that these are Oasis songs.
Yes,
right?
They are. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, and he's half the world away.
For fuck's sake.
I fucking hate you.
So,
Hey, at least they didn't have that many good singles, so I think I'm running out now.
You should be done by now. I think you've got them all.
We'll see. We'll see.
I think you were done pretty much
forever.
pretty much before you started.
Well, I had a good time, and that is all that matters. So.
WebBard says Mrs. Demon should hit you.
She would, but she just had to slide away.
For fuck's sake.
This is what we've become.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is what we have become.
This is the master plan.
You understand that jokes are meant to be for the amusement of other people.
Oh, no, I'm happy enough to just make myself laugh. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, but that's not jokes, right? That's I'm not sure if you guys remember Harvey Knee Slapper, who was a Muppet from Sesame Street. And Harvey Knee Slapper was always setting up these elaborate practical jokes, and he would explain, the sadistic cruelty of his practical joke, and then it would never work. Oh my God! I referenced the Sesame Street, and now my camera hates me.
Yep.
Now you know how I feel.
You remind me of that guy, except that I kind of hope you keep it up and damage your voice forever. So, just
one day I might get to sound like JL.
We can always hope. Yeah. I've never knowingly listened to an Oasis song. I may have done inadvertently. I may have been driving in my car and there may have been an Oasis song. Or it might have grazed across my consciousness and then skipped off into the infinite past. And I thought, well, I don't care enough about that to know who made it. So, I'm oblivious.
It was madness. It was madness who made that. Driving in my car.
Madness are a good enough band that I do know their songs. Yes.
How very dare you, sir? Is all I can say. Oasis are amazing. You get to watch an awesome gig and a boxing match all in one. Oasis fans will get that.
Yes. Yes, because Noel Gallagher is a douche of he's like the pinnacle of douchebaggery.
Yeah, he is a douche.
Fuck that guy.
A douche that wrote the best songs in history.
Yeah, if you listen to him. He'll tell you that. He'll tell you that he wrote the best songs in history.
I'll tell you that.
The rest of the world will say you're not the Beatles.
Hey, at least they're not Metallica.
I mean, it depends.
Is that a slide against the greatest band ever?
I'll get my coat.
It depends. It depends what you mean by greatest song, right? Do you mean musically? Musically
pretty good. They use all four chords.
Or the four. Okay. Well, that's
all you need. Have you guys ever watched that video, 3-chord song?
You're talking this is a 4-chord song. By
It's a 4-chord song. Axis of Awesome.
We used to play the guy I jammed with. We did acoustic night. We used to play that because it's fucking true. Fun. It's fucking true,
and it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. I guess we can't play it, can we?
We probably can. We're not monetized. Let me grab it.
It's a. But I actually dig much more on lyrics. I like the lyrics of the song to be to appeal to me, and I can understand that other people want different stuff from a song. Greatest band ever is Queen, says Daryl M. I mean,
pretty damn good.
You can certainly make that argument, yeah.
At least they're not one of those emo bands that Johnny O's into, like Metallica.
Right. Yeah. Metallica, emo band. Yep.
Yeah. He's getting very perilously close to fighting words there.
Yep.
Keep dogging on Metallica like that.
If the truth hurts, man.
You see, I'm almost embarrassed to say that one of my favorite musicians is Paul Simon, because I think that his lyrics are just fantastic. I also think that Weird Al Yankovic is a genius, musical and comedic genius.
Yes. I would agree, and he also pissed off fucking what's his name? What is his name? Coolio. Yeah. Fucking pissed Coolio off. I thought that shit was great. All right.
It's an honor to be covered by Weird Al.
It is an honor to be covered by Weird Al, and any sane individual would be incredibly excited about it.
Mr. Malort says Noel Gallagher couldn't hold Shane McGowan's teeth.
That's because Shane McGowan doesn't have any teeth.
That's
just
fair.
saying, like
that's fair.
Facts is facts.
Oasis is so amazing that they managed to stay relevant to the 500 genius.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jordan.
I'm Lee.
And we are the Axis of Awesome.
And I'm Benny.
Yeah, we've been a comedy rock band for close to 40 years now. And all that time, we've never had a hit. And
but you guys know why.
Why?
Because we never wrote a four-chord song.
What's that? What's a four-chord song, Benny?
Well, if you want all the greatest hits from the past 40 years, just use 4 chords. Same 4 chords for every song. It's dead simple to write a pop hit.
Just 4?
Yeah, these 4. Here. 1, 2, 3... 4 chords.
Sorry, let me get this straight, Chicken Little. What you're trying to say is you can take those 4 chords, repeat them, and pump out every pop song ever. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off, Chicken Little.
Just listen. Do you recognise this?
Yeah, that is "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey.
It's a great song.
Very original.
There's a few more that fit. Check it out. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure.
Well, that's just 2 songs that are similar. That's
forever young.
3 songs.
I wanna be forever young. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. This is the way you left me. I'm not pretending. No love, no hope, no glory, no happy ending. 'Cause you were amazing. We did amazing things. If I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you will go. Feel the love tonight, and she will be loved. Yeah, she will be loved. Pictures of you, pictures of me, hung upon your wall for the world to see. 'Cause I can't live with or without you. When I fall at your feet, you let your tears.
Am I not pretty enough? Is my heart too
Double time?
Double time.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. We'll go riding on the horses, yeah, yeah. No woman, no crime. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. I come from a land down under. Once a jolly swagman kept by a billabong. Take on me when I come around. Take me out when I come around. I'll be gone when you're Save tonight. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. Oh no, she's playing with me. Well, that's okay, 'cause I got no self-esteem. Oh, thousand eyes and a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. 'Cause I'm not here for your entertainment. You don't really wanna mess with me tonight. Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face.
Come on, Bobby, let's go party.
Lost and insecure. You found me. She wants to touch me, woo-hoo. She wants to love me, woo-hoo. She'll never leave me, woo-hoo. Ooh. Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from here. Take your canvas bags. Take your canvas bags. Take your canvas bags to the supermarket. Take your canvas bags. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed. Lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see I'm more than a bird. I'm more than a plane. I'm the bird plane. I'm the bird plane. A motherfucking bird plane.
So there you go. Yeah, the 4 chords. Every pop song ever has those 4 chords in it. It's something about it, the way that they play together, the way they sound together, that I don't know. It just makes shit fucking people like drawn to that shit like moths to flame.
It strikes me that we had a surprisingly little amount to talk about today.
We actually had a lot to talk about. We talked about PhD Tony's 3-wood.
And the filth that PhD Tony shared with us.
I guess it just wasn't a lot happening in the world.
No, I think we just ignored all the bullshit that was happening in the world because people don't really want a lot of bullshit. We talked about the fun stuff. We made fun of Austin and Nathan. That was always fun. We made fun of Daniel Pratt and Inram, which was a lot of fun.
What did the people want us to talk? What do they want from their beardsmen? I'm curious. They've never gone to
banter. They want cheeky banter to keep them entertained. Are you not entertained?
Is that all they want? Just cheeky banter?
Cheeky banter. Come on.
I mean, it's great that we have Irish here. We can fucking laugh at him and shit, but I mean, it can only go so far.
I mean, look, as long as
it
chat's
goes
laughing with us.
it goes a long fucking way. I mean, to get around that, but
it goes almost as long as PhD Tony.
I think we need a slogan.
What kind of slogan? What do you think there?
I don't know, like the 4 beardsmen coming in your ears, or the 4 beardsmen where the listener comes first, something like that.
Irish Demon, the donut stops here.
J.L. Warren, shove the donut up your hole.
Well, we would if we could get to them before you did. Oh, Jesus.
The chocolate starfish.
And then PhD Tony educated us on warp drives because he's not a Star Trek fan at all.
Did he? I must have missed that part.
Yeah, well, you might have fallen asleep for some reason.
Quite possibly. Quite. I
It's
feel like I'm going again.
it's a weird.
Okay,
Oh.
so
It is a weird coincidence.
all right, so Daryl M says he wants the three of us ganging up on Irish. Kevin Paul says, I want PhD Tony to explain something in his words, and the other three of us to try to work out what the hell he's actually talking about.
Let's do it. Let's try that.
Clive Wells wants jokes that are actually funny.
Yeah.
Web Bard.
Were you not here for the Oasis stuff?
Web Bard says just rag on Irish for 30 minutes.
We did that. We did do that. Yeah.
You always do that.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yes.
No. Go ahead.
No. I wasn't really. I didn't really have anything to say. So carry on.
I was just going to say that Shane Somer has dropped some information in the live chat. Says if anyone is struggling and needs the stimulus check in America and haven't received it yet, see, you can go to the IRS website to track it. So that's actually good. That's good advice for all of us.
I've got something for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So
no. It's not that bad.
Soma says the cake whisperer looks like he's yawning. In reality, though, it's him utilizing his mouth vacuum ability to attract the plate of donuts in the other room.
I'm literally just yawned.
And if Jen had hit you in the face with a pasty right at that moment,
that would have been the tits.
That would have been awesome.
Would have been the tits.
I got a comment on one of my upcoming video, actually. The one about what was it? Oh yeah, Nathan Thompson fighting a leprechaun, just in aid of St. Patrick's Day and all the rest of it. Or as he called it, St. Patty's Day, which is illegal in Ireland to say. It's
punched in the face.
You get punched right in the tits if you say St. Patty's Day. And people get really mad. Go into any Irish group on Facebook. Join a group like, Proud Irish Americans or one of those groups. And type in, can't wait for St. Patty's Day. I'll just wait to see what will happen.
Let me clarify. Let me get a clarification. So St. Patty, Patty, bad. But what about Paddy, Paddy?
Paddy is fine. Yeah, we just call it Paddy's Day. That's okay. I think what it is because it's what's known as a plastic paddyism. That Americans who, for example, my great grandfather's from Galway, County Dublin, and it's like, here we fucking go. And then they talk about St. Patty's Day. Oh, my great grandfather's cousin's dog was from Galway, so yeah, I'm Irish. It's like, fuck. And then they say, I can't wait to have green Guinness like all the other Irish people on St. Patty's Day. And I'm like,
that's someone not a thing.
Me now. And Johnny, the reason I bring it up is because The Boondock Saints was one of my favorite films. And there was a distinction in there that the characters that are Irish say Paddy, Paddy, but everyone else who's not continuously says Patty, like Patty. So I found that to be interesting, and he just kind of, I was like, holy shit, he was right on that because everyone is Irish is just Paddy, and it was like interesting. Okay, it just kind of clicked.
And then like the more religious older people, like the older Catholics, would have a problem with even St. Paddy's Day because they see it as like, you're what would you say? You're not being respectful of the saint's name or whatever. Like, I got shit from somebody
the snake charmer and his woo.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, interesting trivia about St. Patrick. He wasn't Irish.
Nope.
Correct. He was Welsh.
Oh, sorry, Welsh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same thing.
A Welshman going into a Gaelic-speaking country, trying to save them from the snakes.
I heard you had snakes.
Have you ever heard a Welsh person speak?
I hear Creaky Blinders speak all the time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I hear it. It's here. I mean, that's the way
I can never figure out if he's talking about a year, his ear, or here though.
I hear.
I heard it was.
I heard.
I don't know. I heard you.
I
I heard you had a problem with snakes.
So, I discovered something interesting that apparently Swedish and Gaelic both have tonal rhythms that make them sound very sing-song. Yeah. So when you were saying I heard, it's one of the ways that you can sort of simulate a Swedish accent is to do that sort of up down. That's a good
point, actually. That kind of yodely sound. Like if like my accent isn't that strong, like compared to my dad's accent. So when you hear my dad speak, he's got a really sing-songy accent because he comes from the north side of Cork City, which has got that really sing-songy, typical kind of Cork accent. Whereas people on the west coast of Ireland have really sing-songy accents, like in West Cork, West Kerry, all those areas. And a lot of it is because they were the last counties to speak English, basically. And some of them still don't. So it's like, you get that kind of carryover. Whereas in Dublin and places like that, the language is much more, the speech is much sharper, kind of. So yeah, I think there's something definitely in that for sure.
So Kevin Paul was correct. I was dealing with it. We were speaking back and forth, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, Kevin Paul's accent is not as hardcore as Creaky Blinders. Yeah. And then of course, Mighty One says Creaky Blinder doesn't have an accent. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Famously, he has no accent.
That's just something he says.
And Mr. Malort says a police paddy wagon is a racial slur.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. More trivia. The only worthwhile thing to ever come out of Ireland is Crafty Keeler. Well,
so a paddy wagon. How is it a racial slur? I'm just suddenly curious about this.
It was a wagon carrying Irish people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy shit! How did I not know that?
It was because of the like people being taken to the drunk tank and all that kind of stuff. And for the most part, those people were Irish. So it just got named a paddy wagon, basically. I don't find it offensive. Like some people would though. Some people would.
How did that not click?
Like one thing that's really offensive to a lot of people. Like I'll just tell you one thing that is offensive to a lot of people that some people don't realize. More so older Irish people, anybody who lived through the Troubles, really, is the I think it's more common in America. There's a drink called an Irish car bomb.
Yep.
Yeah. That is like, if you went into an Irish pub and asked for that, you would be run the fuck out of there. Like that is because that was one of the darkest times in our modern history. And so when people are like, we're going to have an Irish car bomb, it's like, yeah, you are. You can fuck off back to somewhere else to get it.
So what if I order Jameson's and Guinness?
Order them separate.
They'd probably say something along the lines of, "We don't do cocktails in here." Something like that.
Okay.
But
just order them separate. Just order them separate. Hey, I'll have a shot of Irish whiskey. I'll have a shot of whiskey and fucking Guinness.
Yeah, give me a drop in a crate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me a drop in a pint or a drop in a crate. Yeah.
Or one of the other ones is you go in and you go, "Can I have a fast one and a slow one?" And that means like the fast one is the whiskey and the slow one's the Guinness. You drink the whiskey while you're waiting for the Guinness. But yeah, that's one all right that bothers people. The Irish car bomb one. That's about it, really. We don't take ourselves too seriously, like. But let me read this comment. A guy called We Are Change Orlando commented on my video that hasn't played yet, saying, "Wow, imagine being so pathetic you have nothing better to do on a Sunday than make a video about a random person you've never met. Not only are you wasting your breath on negativity and drama, but you're also promoting Nathan and the Flat Earth more." I don't think anybody watching my video would look at that and go, "Wow, Nathan Thompson's obviously super fucking smart. Better go watch him." Like literally nobody. Who is this guy? Hold on, let me have a look at this guy. I think I recognize this dude actually.
Said no one ever.
Okay.
Wow.
So this guy that commented, Jason Harvey from We Are Change Orlando. He is an anti-vaxxer and he is protesting against masks and mandatory vaccinations.
Well,
so he's obviously a very smart dude.
So
wow, he looks emaciated. Holy shit, that guy looks unwell. Sorry.
Could well be. Yeah, I mean, it's just whomever. Yes. Soma says that you own a paddy wagon, but it's for hamburger patties.
That's the wrong kind of patty. So eat me. This guy's also a 5G guy. I didn't find that one that good.
Yeah, but you don't have a sense of humor, so.
Fucking JL's dead. He's
dead. The imagery just caught me off guard.
Really?
I mean, it was funny, but
I'm just laughing at JL.
Yeah, like, really.
It was good for a giggle, and then I thought, that's actually quite a good one. And then it just broke JL.
They said it, and I heard it. I heard it, and it was like, okay, hamburger patties. But then the image popped in my head of like this supposed patty truck, and Irish Steven just like, just fucking killed me.
I'm slaying the audience with some cuteness right now. By the way.
All right. Okay.
All I see is her forehead.
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh,
look at that face.
Web bard. Bad guy.
That is cute.
Look at that face.
Yes.
Oh.
That is just adorable.
That's Plotholica.
Talking about me.
That's Plotholica G.
Oh,
when she was younger.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's younger. That is a
Tell her I said that she is almost as cute as I am. Almost, but not quite.
Oh, okay.
But she's getting there.
Tell her that Irish said that he's delusional.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
So, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there.
The paddy wagon. Oh no.
JL's still dead.
Now it's Irish's look. Stop fucking laughing.
Oh man.
Hi, greetings, Stephen Cup of Reason. So, Irish, I'm beginning to sort of fade a little bit because it's that time of the evening for me.
I am too.
Fuck you, Irish. You're going to go off and do some sort of premiere. I
need a nap first and some beer.
Your premiere is in 30 minutes. What kind of nap?
No, it should be in an hour and a half. No.
No, I just got
premiering in 30 minutes.
I keep doing this. I did this last night as well, right? I made a video last night that was supposed to go out tonight. And I was sitting down on the couch watching TV. I was just about to go to bed, and my phone bleeped, and I was like, what's this? Irish Demon goes live in 30 minutes, premiere in 30 minutes. I was like, what? I was like, no, it fucking don't. And I checked it. I was like, oh, shit. I put the wrong date in the fucking thing. Oh, well.
So, having done it once, you did it again. You agitating in the background for us to wrap up the stream sometime soon. That's just a coincidence. That's absolutely...
Oh no, I don't care if I'm not at the premiere. Doesn't even matter. I'll just take my 1,000,000 views and hit the road.
What if I can get Nathan to debate me?
I don't think he would, Jail. I don't think he would, man. He'd be too afraid.
Yeah.
He'd be too afraid. He'd be too afraid because he knows you know more about the Bible than he does, and he doesn't want to lose face in front of his followers.
You know, and I don't put like virtually any stock in the Bible or whatever, but he runs around and he's just fucking misquoting it and butchering the shit out of it and making people think that he knows shit and whatever. He's a fucking moron.
You should do a straight up open call out on your channel because he always checks for his name because any video about him he always comments on, which is fair enough. I've got no problem with that. I think everybody should defend themselves, but if you put out a video calling him out straight up and get in touch with maybe Agree to Disagree or one of those platforms, probably what's your favorite platform, Johnny? Modern Day Debate, and just openly call him out. Call him out. I'll reinforce it. Get a load of people to reinforce and be like, let's fucking do it. And then he just can't lose face. That's what we should do. We should openly call him out on this channel. You post a video to your channel, post it on this channel, I'll post it on mine, so he can't escape it.
Well, I'll debate him on fluid dynamics. That much is or gravity or anything else.
Will you just make one promise? Will you make one promise?
I'll eat his god and take his lunch money.
Go full Iron Rod and
have
just
any
go.
lunch money.
Fuck, you know about fluid dynamics.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'll eat his god and take Witset's lunch money.
All right. So what we got? We got Irish Demon's got a premiere he's got to get to because he's Irish Demon. So whatever, he's too good for us. And then we got PSC Tony.
I'm just trying to keep my fans away from the door, man. You know what I mean?
Look at me, 5,000 subscribers. Ooh.
Not yet. Got a bit to go, but
Tony.
Hold on, I missed something. What did I miss?
You carry on like you weren't just lampooned by JL. Quite, you weren't just eviscerated. I'm going to read. No, carry on, Irish.
I don't need you.
I have no idea what's going on.
I was actually trying to wrap up so Irish could fuck off to his premiere, that Tony could fuck off to bed, and JL could fuck off to church.
Okay.
Oh shit! Shots fired.
Really? That was shots fired?
That's not shots fired. That's the thing. Like JL has been given a heap of crap. Sorry, JL. I mean, you can defend yourself, but I'm just saying, this is just this and ghosts. Everybody says this and moves on. It's like Clive going on about me being a Trekkie, or PhD Dobby was the one today, because it's just something that they're done that's gotten a reaction in the past. It happens. And JL's just not going to rise to it anymore. Are you, JL?
No.
Not at least until he's dead. Then he'll rise.
Wouldn't that be fucked up if I did?
Yeah, that would be.
I have a theory.
That would be so.
I reckon JL's beard is only there to hide his collar.
Oh, jeez.
No.
I honestly wholeheartedly expected something to jump out of there. I'm not even kidding. When I saw you do it, I was like, something's going to fall out of there.
No donut crumbs in my beard, my friend. That's
Hey, I don't waste donut crumbs. You're not going to find one in my beard.
Although I will admit, very much like Lord of the Rings shit, I will on occasion be eating and just be like, If that gets me, I'll do it in public too. That'll work.
Beard problems.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Sonny, you wouldn't know what we're talking about, but you just sit in the corner there.
Webbard says, "If JL, if you don't want to be called Ghost Hunter, why keep hanging out with Irish Scooby Dooby Doo up there?"
I don't get.
I don't.
What's that?
Wait! I heard PhD Tony's bedtime
I have
alarm.
never watched Scooby Doo in my damn life.
You lie like a rug.
I'm telling you straight up, I don't think I've ever watched Scooby Doo.
Jessica G. Irish Demon's beard is only there because it's the only thing he can't eat without removing it first.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Oh, that's cute.
He doesn't eat Mrs. Demon either.
Oh, that's adorable.
What?
Oh,
Pow! Pow! Pow!
my God!
Now,
From orbit.
now that was shots fired. That was shots fired.
And on that note,
Sorry.
we're the Fort
No,
Beardsmen.
that deserves a round of applause. That was fucking magic. I would have been proud of that one myself. I gotta say.
Oh man,
That was beautiful.
I've had a lot of fun today. I'm sure everybody else is.
Nope.
Nope, not at all. JL Warren has had so much fun. PhD Tony had just laid a whole rug of fun, and Irish Demon is over there holding back the tears.
Really, a rug of fun. Really, that's the term you're gonna use. I mean, Jesus,
come on.
Murphy.
Is that not
A
good?
rug of fun.
Is that not good referential humor? For what he said.
A rug of fun. I mean, it is a rug of fun. Like, yeah.
I mean, I thought the reference was good. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too highbrow for you.
I thought the reference was awesome. I got no problem with the reference at all. That was fucking weird.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here so everybody can go, do their stuff. Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes. Thank you for watching, everybody. Yeah. I was going to do a wrap-up thing, but
Tony, you should write that one down. That was brilliant. That was fucking beautiful. You should write that down.
That was
Let me get
Tony, Tony, how you're not working for Hallmark is beyond me.
Hey, look.
I suspect it may have something to do with my last joke. That may be, yeah.
He just after that one, he's just spent.
He's done.
So
I just blew his load all over that one. He's just I'm done. Just sit back.
I do have a video coming out on historical records and how we use those to start out our dating techniques. But I also got to on
records to try to get a date. Hi there, madam. Have you seen my historical records? Best dating technique ever.
It worked with Mrs. Demon, but perhaps it could have been.
Oh my God!
He had another one in the chamber.
Holy shit!
That's slow clap. That's slow clap.
Tony,
oh, jeez.
Woo! He had another one saved.
I'm telling you what. Just step aside. My God, you're gonna have to bring the goods, Jess. Perfect. That was too good. That was just amazing.
Geez. All right, Irish. What do you got? What do you got, Irish?
Huh?
I said, what do you got, Irish? What do you got coming up besides 50 premieres? What else do you have coming up?
I just have that, 50 premieres coming up. Sorry about the 2 premieres in a row last night. That was genuinely an accident. I was as surprised as you were. I was literally like, I was just finishing my cup of tea. I was sitting on a couch. I was like, bloop. I was like, who the fuck is this Irish Demon guy? Somebody like yanking my name. I was like, what the fuck? But that's about it. I just kind of, geez, Tony, what is going on over there? I've never seen a man wipe his lips with a towel before. It's to me, like, most people go like, Tony's just full on, like, give me a blanket. Just fucking. Look, there he is. Look. Jesus.
You know the temptation to go with another Mrs. Demon joke.
I sensed it. I sensed it.
He's right there.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was like, here it comes.
Low hanging fruit. Really.
And he was like, come on, Tony.
I had.
That's what she said.
I feel.
Come on, Tony. They certainly do like to.
I did feel bad because I had so much respect for Mrs. Demon. Like, you know,
I just want to know why you are
and a gentleman does not kiss and tell.
Oh, shit. Fire. Serious
Jesus
question.
Christ.
Why are you so small on the screen compared to myself and JL? You look like our small bald child friend. It's like 3.5 men over here. It's like, I don't know why I picture you. I don't know why, because the chair looks huge, right? So in comparison to ours, it makes me look even smaller. I was just saying. It's like everybody's looking at things an average size chair.
It's like that scene. It's like that scene in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And
it's like Little Britain. Yes. Can I sing the theme tune? Like Little Britain. I want to sing the theme tune.
Well,
because Tony, if you had a long day, would you like some string cheese and a juice box?
I'm a long way from the camera because, you know, Mrs. Demon needed some space.
Oh, my God. Hey, just because you're sitting in a high chair doesn't mean that you can take it out on me.
You know, Tony, he does have a point. That chair looks fucking huge, man.
It does look pretty big. All right, JL.
I'm just now kind of realizing it.
He's like Dr. Evil on his day off, man.
Oh, jeez.
Do a slow turnaround for us. Just one slow turnaround like Dr. Evil.
Tony is far away.
Look, he's Dr. Evil, man. I'm telling you. Shows where the moon base is right now.
Very small and far away. Oh, what the fuck do I have going on? Oh shit! Well, Week in Horror as usual every Wednesday. We do the live shows, and of course, which has been amazing. We have we finally finalized our guest. We have Charlie Does coming onto the show, who is works very closely in hand with Lloyd Cryer. That was an excellent episode. So we're gonna have Charlie Does on the show the 24th, and that's pretty much same old going on with Week in Horror, and then of course. On my channel, I'm still putting together the 4-part series that I have about the bite model authoritarian, the bite model of authoritarian control and how it pertains to Christianity. But I've got another one. I actually now Irish kind of said you want to do one about Nathan Thompson, calling Nathan Thompson out. I may try and do that, and I think Johnny, I'm going to do something for Johnny as well for his Monday show, and then. I hope people to die. I'm liking the little shorts. So you're getting into the shorts thing and doing like thoughts, like shop thoughts. When I have a moment in the shop and I just kind of like jump on the phone and do something, shorts. I think that works. I think people really dug that because my last one was on why the Omni God doesn't exist and just little tidbits like that. I think people dig that. So I'll keep trying to do that more regularly because I do it at work, so I got to find the time. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Just I'll keep trying to make content more regularly on my normal channel because I realize it's getting up my numbers are getting up there, so I want people to have something to actually listen to. But I like really quality content, so it may take me more time to get my created content out. So you won't see me like every twice a day, like 7 days a week, like some creators. That was
very veiled of you. No idea who you could be talking about there.
I'm big on the quality of my content. I just don't want to ramble about incoherent bullshit. Like that. Oh, look!
Hold on a second. I was distracted. I feel like I'm being attacked here. I don't know why.
Look at this interesting snail. Look at him. I just don't see the point. But interesting things. Like topical things. I'd like to be able to discuss that stuff.
Well, like your ointment. Topical.
Deeper thoughts.
Your butthole ointment.
My butthole ointment.
Butthole.
Yeah,
pointer.
for your
nice one, dude. Nice one.
Well, for your butt hurt.
Did Tony take it all out of you today?
I think so. I think so. Those were good. Those were good jokes on the old.
They were solid. They were solid.
Yeah, that was pretty solid. I just have the news coming out tomorrow. We're going to cover several topics, and then it's my son's birthday on Tuesday, so I'll probably put a compilation video together for that. I'll be out of town, going to Colorado, so that's going to be fun. And then Dingleberries and Klingons on Friday.
Nice.
Are you joining the Clown World Tour?
I'm not. Actually, the Clown World Tour I thought was supposed to be in Texas, so I'm actually getting away from the Clown World Tour.
Oh.
So,
wait, is it here in Texas?
Yeah.
And is this the one that Austin's running?
No.
So Nathan's in Texas.
He's in New Orleans.
Yeah, he's coming to Texas this week.
Really?
No way.
Yeah.
Live debate.
Live debate.
So JL, the next time you have some quantum mechanical arguments about God, you may want to run them past Clive Wells, because he
does some kind of quantum mechanics stuff.
Yeah, he's
what I said in that last video, I have run by a number of. I'm not by Clive Wells, but a number of experts in the field, and what I stated in that video, in that little short video, that holds.
Okay.
Anyway,
one thing implies
before JL Warren gets butthurt.
I'm not getting butthurt.
there it is. There we go. There
with his religion.
All right, everybody.
Can you guys just stop? Just stop giving me straight lines for Mrs. Demon jokes. Like it's got to stop at some point. You've got to stop saying stuff. Anyway,
this is what happens in the green room. Everybody say goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
You've already cut the stream.
No, I didn't. No, just because they can't see us doesn't mean they can't hear us.